In today's news, 25,000 meals delivered by Dr. Jarecki and his friends, as well as today we are live with Dr. Charlene Lewis as well as Ms. Jean Vanterpool from the BVI Diabetes Association.
Also, we sit down today with teacher Kalila Callwood to speak all about math made easy. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
How does financial services benefit the BVI? It's been around for more than 3 decades before the World Wide Web and is now part of the everyday life of our islands. More than 2,200 people are directly employed in financial services, and another 3,000 jobs are supported indirectly. Jobs are corporate service providers, lawyers, insolvency, accounting, banking, insurance, regulators. That's almost 27% of the national workforce. Of those, more than 65% are BVI landers and belongers. What about restaurants, supermarkets, or shops? Well, 100% of people eat. So, they buy food. They buy swimsuits and shampoo and cars and power tools and plantains and fish and roti and pates. Financial services employees buy painkillers and lots of beer. Then there's electricity and dental floss and toilet paper and pretty much everything else. And everyone needs a roof over their heads and a place to do business, so we all rent or buy from a local landlord. Housing and office space alone means millions of dollars into the pockets of BVI families. At the end of the day, everyone benefits, including charities who receive thousands of dollars every year. And more than 60% of all government revenues come from fees paid by financial services. This money is spent on schools, roads, ports, scholarships, the environment, health, sports, children, youths, and the elderly. Financial services contributes more than $290 million to the BVI economy. That's more than 30% of all economic activity is driven by financial services. This creates thousands of jobs all across the islands, meaning more people have a way to earn a living. What does financial services do for the BVI? Let's just say it keeps our lights on. Financial services is everybody's business. So, come on, mind your business and let's not keep this to ourselves.
Hello viewers and welcome. It is Friday the 13th of November 2020. Out of the beautiful British Virgin Islands, this is 284 News. My name is Javon Wilson.
And I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes. It is definitely our pleasure to be bringing you your daily content as we explore local, regional, and international news. Now, let's just jump right into it.
Well, first of all, we're rocking our blue because it is not World Diabetes Day just yet. That is tomorrow, but definitely today we're painting the tongue blue in observance of the World Diabetes
Day.
Month. All right, let me just get that right. World Diabetes Month. As we look across the territory, Kyla, it's so refreshing to see so many persons wearing their blue in observance of this day, and of course, raising awareness about an issue that continues to affect us across the length and breadth of the BVI. So to speak with us in studio today, later on, we have Dr. Charlene Lewis as well as Ms. Jean Vanterpool, both from the BVI Diabetes Association. Now, moving right along, just launched on, I think, September 17th, BVI Meals has been providing meals once per day, 7 days per week to the BVI community that is in Tortola as well as Virgin Garden. Now, this was something, as we all can remember, our exclusive interview with Dr. Jarecki started by him and his friends, but now we see other persons signing on. We have the Pirates, the chef and staff from Pirates Bright and, of course, Guana Island. We have BVI Meals also being joined by the Bitter End Foundation and the Maclean Association for Children to provide meals across the territory. To date, that is November 13th, we would have delivered over $25,000. I'm sorry, what's going on with me today? 25,000 meals across the territory. And I think it really speaks volume about our who we are as a people and our ability to give back and really taking community into our care, Kyla.
Most definitely. 25,000 meals, and that started on September 17th. So they have been working overtime. And as you said, just community service when the community most needs them. So we definitely want to just continue to encourage them and thank them for their great deeds.
Absolutely. Viewers, today we want to kick off the news a little bit different, and that was purely inspired by the level of creativity and talent available right here in the BVI. Now, Via-Donovan Hodge, you probably recognize her for her commendable efforts in organizing the Black Lives Matter protest on the ground here in the British Virgin Islands, but she's also a talented poet who also happened to win our very first ever festival poetry competition. That was back in July of this year. But today, viewers, we celebrate her in a very different light. Today, we honor her as an artist, and we'd like to introduce you to her amazing work. So let's watch. Viewers, young, beautiful, vibrant, and definitely multi-talented. When we think about Via Hodge, I think we have to continue to highlight and celebrate local talent, and I think she is the epitome of that when you think about all the things that Via does, Kyla.
I can't agree more. I think that is the way in which we just lift up our young persons, as you can see from that video, and just definitely a beautiful video to just depict just a small fraction of what Via can do.
Does.
But at the end of the day, so talented, and we must as a territory continue to push her and encourage her and support her.
Absolutely.
So if you are into art, hang one of her painting up in your house,
Yes.
in your office. Just definitely encourage anyone to get that. So you definitely need to give them those contacts so they can get right to it.
So to support her, you can visit her website. That is viinspiredart.com. On Facebook, she is Via-Donovan Hodge, and on Instagram, VIE_art inspired. Now, in her words, this is poetry without words. This is life. This is art. And I think it's just absolutely brilliant.
Loving it. I love this story, Javon. Just highlighting our young persons out there in the community. Definitely a beautiful way to start off our newscast. But also, we want to congratulate 24 persons who have received their certificate of naturalization. Now, in a government press release, 24 new British Overseas Territories citizens received certificates of naturalization at a ceremony held at the governor's house. Now, His Excellency the Governor Augustus J.U. Jasper congratulated the group on taking an incredibly important step in making Virgin Islands their home. He said, and I quote, "While the process to reaching this key milestone may seem long, you should understand that each and every one of you has been vetted and been confirmed to be valuable members of this community, persons who have contributed to this community," he said, adding that he hopes all the new residents will continue to do what they can to help improve this territory. Now, Registrar General Mrs. Stephanie Ben presided over the ceremony, as she always does, and led the new citizens into the oath of allegiance and the pledge of loyalty to this British Virgin Islands. Now, she also encouraged the group to see their new status in such a challenging year as a reason to keep hope alive. She said, and I quote, "Socially, emotionally, and financially, 2020 has been very challenging for all of us." She added, "While it might seem gloomy in some ways, I would urge you to let go of what is in the past and look to the future to create more opportunities for ourselves and for our territory." To allow for safe physical distancing, the day's ceremonies were held in 3 parts. So the third in a series of naturalization ceremonies. Now, Giovanna, I continue to say, as more persons are naturalized here in the BVI, as you watch those faces, we all know some of them. We know, and they continue to contribute to this BVI. Naturalization or not, this is their home, and they have added to our way of life in so many ways. So we do want to congratulate them, but we want to continue to tell them to continue being that belonger that you have always been.
Absolutely. So congratulations are in order. Viewers, ahead of this break, we are live with 2 beautiful women, Dr. Charlene Lewis as well as Ms. Jean Vanterpool from the BVI Diabetes Association, and as well Ms. Khalila Callwood telling us all about the Mat Made Easy series. Stick with us.
The win. Oh!
What are the hell?
I'm freaking out.
Is time.
284 News.
Coming to you live and direct from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
What's poppin', what's really good, what's happening, what's up?
Davis has won it for the Lakers.
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, as promised before the break, we are live today with Dr. Charlene Lewis, who is the medical advisor and vice president of the BVI Diabetes Association, as well as the beautiful Miss Jean Vanterpool, the president of the BVI Diabetes Association. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
All right, so we are celebrating World Diabetes Month. Now, this is an issue we continue to see plague our communities, and not just the BVI community, but across the region and across the world. Let's begin with, first of all, feedback from today. I see you guys are rocking your blue. I'm sure persons have been rocking their blue throughout the day. Have you seen the pictures? What has the feedback been like today?
It's been pretty good. We tried to get the word out, I think, early, especially today, trying to make sure that everybody remembers to wear their blue. Last month we had support for a lot of other ventures, and this month it's about diabetes awareness. So we really thank everybody who's rocking their blue today.
Oh, yes. And we're hoping that persons or groups or, businesses the staff would get together and just take a photo shot and send to us. We would be, we'd welcome having those photos. Yes.
The hashtag BVI Diabetes.
Excellent.
Hashtag BVI Diabetes.
Awesome. So we'll get those pictures flowing. Let's speak about the statistics. And maybe you may not be able to go into specific numbers, but when you think about diabetes on the ground in the BVI, how big of an issue or how prevalent of an issue is this?
Very prevalent. Internationally, you expect that every 1 in 11 persons that you know would be a diabetic, and about 9 out of those people don't even know that they have it. No. So even though we had, I think the minister released a number that gave us about a 10% rate, which is about what we thought about 1 in 10, we could still have a lot more that are undiagnosed. So one of the things that we do in the association is that we do screening. Tomorrow we're gonna actually be having screening at Right Way, and later down this month we're gonna be partnering with the District 5 endeavor, and we're gonna be doing screening for District 5 as well.
Yes.
Excellent.
Tomorrow it will be at, we start at about 7 a.m. in the morning, so we get those persons just before they have breakfast, hopefully, which would give you a true reading of what's happening. So between 7 and 1, 2 o'clock, it depends on, the crowd. We want to be there so that we can be there to do the screening, give counsel, advice to persons who are coming by the booth for their screening, their testings. We also hope to have some of the nurses, because this year the International Federation of Diabetes Federation has embraced nurses, the focus on nurses as well, as being a very integral part of the care for diabetics. And so we say nurses make a difference, and it is indeed a fact that they do. So we also take this opportunity to recognize all nurses who are very much a very important part of the healthcare
right.
system. Thank you.
Excellent. As inclusive as possible as well. I really like this. Let's speak to maybe some of the symptoms, because Charlene, you did mention that sometimes it goes over our heads. I mean, people may not know that they are diabetic. So what are some of the key symptoms that might help to identify someone who has that issue?
No, I mean, a lot of them are kind of very vague. So, to speak specifically about them, one of the things that people notice is fatigue. So they're very tired all the time. They may also notice that they're very thirsty, and they're passing a lot of urine a lot of the times. That's something to look out for. Some people might think, oh, it's just a little urine infection, but when you go to your doctor, you get yourself checked, it may actually be something more serious like diabetes. Some people may get blurry vision. Some people get weird feelings in their hands and their feet. And it usually starts in those more like faraway parts of the body first before it becomes more central.
Losing weight.
Big. Yeah, they're losing weight. And especially with type 2 diabetics, they may have been a bit overweight or obese, and then all of a sudden they're losing weight, but they're eating the same amount, or they might actually be eating more.
Yeah.
So again, it seems sometimes like things that people can overlook and they can attribute to something else. But if you hear what we're saying now and you think, well, okay, I kind of have maybe, a few of those symptoms, get yourself checked out.
All right.
That's right.
Now we have a month long of activities to go. We touched on Paint the Town Blue already. You did touch on some activities for tomorrow, but what else can we expect as we go through the rest of the month?
Well, we'll be having tomorrow is World Diabetes Day.
Yes.
So it is a global symbolic solidarity with other diabetes associations across the world, where we form the Human Circle. So we're going to be doing that at the Cyril B. Romney Tortola Pier Park. Excellent. Thanks to the CEO, Mr. Vance Lewis, and Miss Zoe Walcott and the team there. They have kindly allowed us the opportunity to use the facility. And we're hoping that as many persons as possible would join us. We did advertise it for 5 p.m., but if we can get there for about 4:30, that would be great.
And
so
it's
that,
family friendly.
Yes.
Bring
your kids. Just dressed in a blue top. And if you have a T-shirt from the Diabetes Association, that's even greater.
Awesome.
So do come out and join us as we symbolically recognize diabetes as a problem, not just locally, but internationally, globally. So come out and join us as we stand in solidarity.
Excellent. Wear your masks, and we're going to be sanitizing.
That's right.
Of course. Well, ladies, I want to thank
No
you.
hands holding at that time, but we'll just be there in the circle.
Excellent. So, ladies, I just want to thank you so much for making time to sit and talk about such an important issue in our community. Before you go, I'm going to give you a quick opportunity to wrap up.
We have one session that's coming up, and we also would invite the public. We usually have a general meeting, but with COVID, we have not been able to do that. So we're going to have the first in-person meeting this Wednesday, and we're going to be at the Breezeway at the admin complex. So we invite the public to join the membership and come out as we listen to a presentation by Dr. June Samuel.
A psychiatrist. She's going to be talking about stress and its effects on diabetes. So we encourage everybody to come out.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you so much once again. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys. And of course, we'll be keeping updated on what's going on in the world of diabetes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Viewers, we're going to go straight to Kyla. She is live with Miss Kalila Callwood. Take it away, Kyla.
Now, thank you, Javon. Now, viewers, we are joined by Miss Kalila Callwood. She is actually an educator right here in the British Virgin Islands, and she has a bit of a surprise for us. So we're going to just patch her right in so we can talk all about that. Miss Callwood, how are you doing today?
Hi, Kyla. I'm doing very well. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing well. So you are the creator of Math Made Easy. Now, viewers, that is very straightforward, but we're going to let Ms. Callwood basically tell us what is this all about.
Okay, basically, Math Made Easy is a collection of electronic books, which I created with the aim of helping students and individuals alike to improve their skills in math. As we all know, math is which covers many topics. So basically, the aim of this book or these books is to basically zone in on areas that persons seem to have a phobia of, areas such as algebra, geometry, number concepts, and of course, consumer arithmetic, which just happens to be the first book that focuses on the first set of series of books.
So you have this first set. How many books are in the first set?
Well, so far, I have 4 books created thus far, but however, I've only put out 2. I'm in the process of working on the others, so
what are those
I will
2?
put out all the rest of it.
Okay, great. So the topics that these 2 cover, what are they?
The first 2 topics basically are wages and salaries and appreciation and depreciation. Topics related, as I said before, to consumer math, consumer arithmetic.
Awesome. So now, what was your inspiration between creating these ebooks?
Well, my dear friend by the name of Stella Mays, she's the one who basically encouraged me and pushed me to undertake this venture. We've been in discussions about the relevance and significance of these books, especially in this time that we're in. We're in the electronic age and trying to cope with the new normal where everything is now geared towards online learning or existing online, so to speak. What better time than now to have a resource available to persons online that can benefit them and help them improve in math?
Most definitely. So what age, what level, who persons should purchase this book? Like, persons might be watching it and say, I don't know if this book is for me. Now, talking to who does this book basically, what is your target audience?
Okay, so basically my target audience are students at the secondary level and any individual, any adult, any person who basically wants to sharpen their skills in math, strengthen their skills in math. Sometimes we tend to try to accomplish something and we realize we have forgotten what we have learned. So these books are here just to serve that purpose.
Great, you're so right. If persons are looking for these books, where can they find them and what are the prices?
Okay, because these are ebooks, they're only available online. For now, persons can purchase them at my PayHip store, which is available on www.payhip.com/kcallwood, and they're also available on Amazon for the low cost of $6. very soon they should be available on other platforms as well.
Okay, great. So we're all excited for this first series, but we're just asking, when can we expect the next set of ebooks?
Well, as soon as my schedule settles down a bit, right now, I'm a teacher, and coming down to the end of the term, so the workload is a bit hectic right now. So I had to kind of put that on the back burner for a bit. So as soon as that dwindles a bit, my focus will be directly on finishing these ebooks.
Well, we
Yeah.
definitely want to thank you and definitely encourage you to keep going. This is an awesome, awesome venture, and we want to encourage you, Teacher Camila. Of course, it cannot be easy, especially in this COVID-19 era as an educator, but it's definitely awesome to see you finding innovative ways to reach persons, your students, and persons outside of that scope. So we do want to thank you very much. Any last words?
Thank you. I would just like to encourage persons to please go out there and support these books. They're very resourceful tools for, like I said, for anyone who wants to sharpen their skills in math, or for persons who just need that extra boost, that extra additional practice, that extra. Like I always tell my students, in order for you to be an excellent math student, the trick is simply just to practice. So in order to practice, you will need the resources to practice with. And hey, it's a perfect one, Math Made Easy.
Awesome. I do want to thank you very much for joining me today. Viewers, just a quick and fun fact. Miss Callwood is a long-time educator. She was actually a math teacher when I was in school. So we definitely want to encourage you to go out and support our local educators. But I do want to thank you once again, Miss Callwood, and I'll see you later. Now, viewers, of course, that was Miss Callwood, but of course we have to go to a quick commercial break. This is 284 News, and we'll be right back.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, the public is invited to the official ceremony for the territory's first ever Poet Laureate. That is Dr. Richard Georges. That is tonight at the H. Laverty Stout Community College Auditorium, 7 p.m. sharp. Now, this evening we'll explore the power of poetry in our lives through featured performances by the Callaloo Poets, a screening of the 3-part documentary series called On Becoming a Poet, and so much more. And Kyla, this is the first time we've done this. Of course, Dr. Georges will be the first, but essentially what it is that he will be serving as the ambassador for poetry for the British Virgin Islands for a 3-year period. So we're so excited, viewers. If you have the opportunity, come out at 7 p.m. Sharp at the H. Laverty Stout Community College Auditorium.
Now, Javon, as our viewers watch us here, so we're hoping that as you hear this, you just get ready and head on down to the H. Laverty Stout Auditorium. Definitely a good time, but we have so much happening this weekend, but we do want to encourage you to have a safe weekend. You can check us out for your updates over the weekend at 284media.com, but it's always my pleasure. I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes.
And my name is Javon Wilson, wishing you a beautiful and restful weekend. Take care.
Bye.